PAGCOR orders removal of gambling billboards.
Pinag-utos na ng Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation or PAGCOR ang pagte-take down sa mga billboards o nag-a-advertise ng mga online gaming platforms bago mag-August 15.
In the face of this crisis, there is only one moral choice: end online gambling now.
So why are you still seeing them on your way to work? Now we have a gap, and that gap is where strategy happens. PAGCOR has ordered the immediate dismantling of all billboards and out-of-home gambling advertisements. We have given all our licensees and stakeholders until August 15 to completely remove all gambling-related ads. PAGCOR's goal is clear. We do not want to encourage a culture of gambling addiction. That's intent. That's the mission. But buried inside the actual memorandum document is one sentence. One sentence that changes everything. Only institutional or responsible gaming campaigns subject to PAGCOR's approval will be permitted moving forward. Yes, remove all gambling billboards, but after that, you can still put them back if... Let's break that down clearly.
Tonight, a new voice joins PGMN, our very first citizen journalist. He spent 13 years with William Hill, one of the biggest and most established sports betting and online casino companies in the United Kingdom. He started on night shift customer support, talking to real players and spotting early signs of gambling problems. When the VIP team was offline, he handled the high rollers and kept issues calm. Later, he moved to the safety side, checking IDs so minors and fake accounts don't get in, shutting down duplicate accounts, and processing self-exclusion so people who choose to stop gambling are fully blocked and reported to regulators. He's done player care, VIP support, and compliance. He knows the system because he's worked every part of it. Disclosure: he wrote tonight's piece independently with no ties to any online casino operator or sponsor. He now works as a life coach and financial advisor with one of the country's leading financial services firms. We're bringing him in because we trust his intent to help viewers think clearly and decide for themselves. Please welcome to PGMN, Mervin Kei Oliveros.
They said gambling billboards were banned. So why are you still seeing them on your way to work?
Ipinag-utos na ng Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation o PAGCOR ang agarang pagtatanggal ng lahat ng billboards at out-of-home gambling advertisement bilang bahagi ng pinaigting na regulasyon laban sa pagpopromote ng sugal sa mga pampublikong lugar.
On July 2025, PAGCOR made it official. Headlines were everywhere. PAGCOR orders removal of gambling billboards. It sounds absolute, like everything was about to disappear. And to be fair, that's exactly how it was framed. Because if you go to the official release of the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation, this is what it says. PAGCOR has ordered the immediate dismantling of all billboards and out-of-home gambling advertisements. It's clear, it's direct, no ambiguity. And it even reinforces that urgency, saying we have given all our licensees and stakeholders until August 15 to completely remove all gambling-related ads. So the intention is strong. Remove the visibility, reduce the exposure, protect the public.
Ipinag-utos ng Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation o PAGCOR ang agarang pagbabaklas ng lahat ng billboards at out-of-home gambling advertisements.
But buried inside the actual memorandum document is one sentence. One sentence that changes everything. It says, only institutional or responsible gaming campaigns subject to PAGCOR's approval will be permitted moving forward. That's the part where most people did not see. Kahit ako, hindi ko yun nakita. Because now, this is not a total ban. It's a conditional system. Let's break that down clearly. Yes, remove all gambling billboards, but after that, you can still put them back if they are framed as responsible gambling and they get approval from PAGCOR. So this becomes, tanggalin nyo muna, i-reframe nyo, get it approved, and then put it back up. Not elimination, transformation. And this is where the system locks it in. Not through intention, but through process. The Ad Standards Council or ASC. Because PAGCOR even required this in the same directive. The inventory must include the corresponding permit number from the Ad Standards Council. Meaning, ads are not just judged by intent. They are processed through compliance systems. ASC checks the ad, PAGCOR approves the ad, and if it passes both, it exists. Now here's the critical tension. PAGCOR's goal is clear. We do not want to encourage a culture of gambling addiction. That's intent. That's the mission. But the system evaluates something else. Execution, disclaimer, wording, structure. So now we have a gap. What the policy wants versus what the system checks. And that gap is where strategy happens. Because today, you can still see billboards everywhere. They're not gone, just redesigned. And when you look closely, you'll notice a pattern. First, message framing strategy. Dito sa example natin, nakasulat, limit your lucky moments, know when to stop. Responsible? Yes. But what stands out is yung wording na lucky. Ang laki kasi ng sulat eh. So the rule says, promote restraint, but the design says, big rewards, same sentence, different impact. Second, compliance framing. These ads are built to pass. They include responsible gambling lines, neutral phrasing, no direct encouragement, so they satisfy ASC. They qualify for PAGCOR's approval. Everything checks out, but influence is still there, just more subtle. Third, regulatory arbitrage. No rules are being broken, but every allowance is being maximized because the system allows ads as long as they appear responsible. So brands operate right at the edge. Not illegal, but not neutral either. So let's be clear. The headlines told you billboards are gone. But the actual policy created something else. A filtered system where billboards can come back as long as they evolve. And that's exactly what happened. Hindi lang billboards, pati mga posters nagkalat sa mga neighborhoods sa Metro Manila. Malamang pati sa mga probinsya. Bingo Plus posters everywhere. Napadaan ako sa isang kalye sa Malabon nung Holy Week. And halos sunod-sunod ng mga sari-sari stores merong nakapost sa labas ng tindahan. Even outside other business establishments like laundry shops, meron. Ganon din. Not a promo, but posters that tell you, game for fun, not for life. Bold letters, brightly colored posters, may artista si Kim Chiu. And ang lakas ng appeal sa masa at sa kabataan. At hindi dapat ganon. So yes, the billboards were taken down. And yes, they were allowed to come back. Just redesigned. Because influence doesn't always disappear. Sometimes it just changes form. You don't remember most of what you see every day. But over time, those things start to feel normal. And once something feels normal, you stop questioning it. So this was never just about removing billboards. It was about controlling how they appear. Not removing the message, but reshaping it. And here's the part that matters. You don't need to remember something for it to influence you. Because if it still feels familiar, then maybe nothing was really removed at all. I'm Mervin Kei Oliveros, and I'm proudly PGMN.